Hello everyone. In the last presentation, we have seen how to use third parameter in string slicing. In that session, we have given some of the examples using positive third parameter and a negative third parameter. That is about the theoretical concept in the last session. And also in the previous sessions, we have covered string operators like equals to, not equals to, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. Those are the string comparison operators, but we have not implemented those operators practically. In today's session, we are going to implement the same string comparison operators. After that, we are going to implement string concatenation and string repetition along with string slicing. Let us discuss each and everything practically. Let us first discuss string comparison operators in Python. Take a string hello, which is in double quotes, is equals to, the first operator we are going to use is equals to. Again, I'm typing the same string hello, and here if I press enter, the result we are going to get is true. Why? Here the comparison is done by character by character. What is the first character of the first string? Small h, and the first character of the second string is small h. Now it is going to take the ASCII value of small h. That means 104. And also the ASCII value of small h in the second string is also 104. Is 104 is equals to 104? Yes. The characters are same. Now, once the comparison is done, it moves to the second character E. Again, it is going to take the ASCII value of E and also ASCII value of E from the second string. Like that, the comparison is done based on the ASCII values of the characters. If all the characters, all the ASCII values are matched character by character, then the result we are going to get is true. For example, if you take any other string, here I am writing hello capital world, I'm writing here is double quotes is equals to, here I'm writing hello, here I'm taking small w, hello world, I'm taking first string and second string is hello world, but the thing is the second word of first string starts with capital W and the second word of the second string starts with small w. So what is the result you are going to get here? If you press enter, the result we are getting here is false. Why? Because first small h, ASCII values are same. Like that, it moves to the capital W. See, the capital letters are going to have the different ASCII values compared to the lowercase letters. We know that the ASCII value of capital A is 65. So like that, you can count the ASCII value of capital W. Capital B is 66. Like that, you can get the ASCII value of capital W. Remember that the ASCII value of capital W is less than the ASCII value of small w. So in this case, we are going to get a mismatch that is less than. Except w, the remaining characters are same. But here, how the comparison is made here is, take the character h from the first string and take the first character of the second string, match. Like that, it is going to take the capital W, and here it is going to take the small w. Here the ASCII values are different, and the ASCII value of capital W is less than the ASCII value of small w. So here, without taking the next character, that means it is not going to search O from the second string and O from the sorry O from the second string, O from the first string and O from the second string. Why? Because when there is no match, when there is a mismatch, it is not going to check the next characters onwards. So finally, it is going to give the results that the strings are not equal. So that's why it is giving the result false. Can I say the first string is less than the second string? That we will see. I'm taking the same string, Control C, and here I'm copying the string, Control V. Instead of saying not is equals to, just I'm writing less than or equals to. In this case, we are going to get the result true. Why? Because capital W is going to have the less ASCII value compared to the small w. So here it matches the less than, so that's why the result is true. Equals to is not matching, but less than is matching, so that's why the result is true, less than or equals to. See, if you copy the same string, instead of using double equals to, assume that I'm using only less than. Again, also we are getting the result true, right? If you copy the string and if you say not equals to, if I write not equals to, yes, now again it is giving the true. If you copy the string and if you say greater than or equals to, Now it is going to give the result false. Why? Because the capital W ASCII value is not greater than the ASCII value of small w. So here it is going to get false. Now if you change this as lowercase letter w and here it is capital W, then we are going to get different result. Now what happened here? Small w is going to have the greater ASCII value compared to capital W. So here in this case, I'm going to say greater than or equals to. In greater than or equals to, only greater than is matched. Now the result we are going to get is true. So this is the way of using the comparison operators. We can use equals to, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, and not equals to. This how the comparison can be done in the strings. Now we will see string concatenation operator and string repetition operator. Let us take the variable x equals to small a and y equals to small b and z equals to small c. I'm taking the first string a and second string is b, third string is c. Now what I'm going to do is just I'm saying x plus y plus z. Now when you press enter, we are going to get the string abc. You see abc. That means we are storing the strings in the variables x, y, z, and we are performing string concatenation operator on the variables. Instead of using like this, we can also use directly a plus b plus, we can use in double quotes c. This is also valid. Now when you press enter, now we are going to get the same result abc. So this how the string concatenation can be done. For example, if I write in double quotes abc space, here I am writing d. So without using plus operator also, here the concatenation can be done. So we can use space, and if you write again double quotes, the string also concatenated now. You see, you are getting ABCD without using the plus operator, or we can say concatenation operator. This how the concatenation can be done. Now next we are going to see the string repetition operator. For example, here I am writing 3 into in double quotes. We are writing ABC. Now, what is the answer you are going to? ABC is printed 3 times. 3 times the same string is repeated and the resultant string we are going to get in single quotes. See, already we know that the string can be enclosed in double quotes or single quotes. That is your choice. For example, here I am writing 3 and the repetition operator. In single quotes, I am writing XYZ. So this is also valid. Now here we XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. We can use double quotes or single quotes. Now instead of using 3 into XYZ, we can also use in single quotes. For example, I'm writing XYZ, single quotes close, into 3. This is a into 3 or 4, whatever it may be. So here XYZ is printed how many times? 4 times. That means the string into n, or we can say n into string. Both are same. So in this case, the repetition operator is star. So it is going to print the given string n times, or depends upon the value of n. For example, here I am writing a plus b, concatenation operator I am using. Now here I am applying the repetition operator b plus, sorry, I am writing the same thing here. Just I am going to copy the string, Control C, and here you press Control V. So a in double quotes, b in double quotes, into 3 plus, here I am writing the string c. Here the result, what the result we are going to get is c. When you write plus operator and multiplication operator, the precedence will be given to only the star, or we can say the multiplication symbol. What means according to the associativity, first repetition character is evaluated, next concatenation operator is evaluated. You see here b star c, double quotes b star 3. That means b is printed how many times? 3 times. Now after printing b 3 times, so a is concatenated with b. After that, c is concatenated with the resultant string. The answer you are going to get is a triple b c. Enter here a triple b c. Like that, in a single string, you can use repetition operator or concatenation operator. This is how we can use concatenation operator and you can say the repetition operator. Now we will move on to string slicing with third parameter. Let us take a string. For example, I'm writing s equals to, just I'm writing Happy New Year. This is the string I'm giving. S is the string whose value or whose contents are Happy New Year. Now, if I write single colon and in square brackets, what is the result we are going to get? The entire string Happy New Year. Why? Because in the string S, the start index I'm not mentioning, the end index I'm not mentioning. As we discussed in the theoretical concept, when you don't mention the start index, by default it starts with 0. When you don't mention the end index, then it goes up to the last character. Remember, if you mention the last index like 5, then we are going to get 5 up to 5 minus 1. But when you don't mention, it prints all the characters, right, with starting index 0. Now, the answer here we are going to get is the same string, Happy New Year. So, as we discussed in theoretical classes, S single colon is same as double colon. In this case also, the result is same. But what is meant by these double quotes indicates? The first one indicate the start index. Here it is the second, what do you say, end index. And the last here, the parameter we can use is step value. Already we discussed in the syntax. First one is start index. Second one is the end index. And the last one is step index, or we can say the step value. See here, I'm not giving start index. I'm not giving end index. I'm not giving the third step value also. So when you don't mention the step value is 1, right? Here also, though I didn't mention double single quotes again, and I'm not mentioning any step value, the default value is 1. See, S single colon is equals to S double colon. Both are same. If you press here, same result we are going to get again, Happy New Year. Now I'm using single colon, again colon. Here I'm writing minus 1. So what does it mean? As per the syntax we have discussed in the earlier classes, when you mention the step value in negative, see the symbol minus indicates we are going to traverse the string in reverse. Means we are coming from the last character to the first character. In reverse, we are going to traverse the string. When you don't mention minus, if you mention only 1, means positive value indicates that we are going to traverse the string from start index to end index. As we discussed in the previous examples, when the positive value is given in the step value, the first thing you have to do is you have to subtract 1 from this 1. When you subtract 1 from this step value 1, we are going to get the result 0. When the step value becomes 0, the result becomes 0, then we are not going to skip any characters from start index to end index. So here, that's why everything is displayed from start index to last index. Happy New Year. Now, like I said, now, if you mention double quotes, double single quotes, and if you write minus 1, in this case, what happened? So previously, when the step value is in positive, we have subtracted 1 from that. When the step value is in negative, means when you traverse from the last index to the first index, here you have to add 1 to the step value. That means minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, how much? 0. That means we are moving from the last index to the first index, but we are not going to skip any characters from traversing from the last index to first index. But how the string will be displayed? From the last character R to the first character H. You see here. The string is displayed in the reverse order. That is very, very important. Now, if you write S and start index, you mention 0, and end index, you mention 6. And if you don't mention the step value, by default, it becomes 1. Though I am writing 1 here, so what is the result? 1 means the step value is in positive. First to subtract 1 from here, 1 minus 1, how much? 0. That means we are not going to skip any characters. We are printing all the characters from 0 to 6 minus 1, how much? 5. You see here. The first character is H, that is S of 0. Next A, P, P, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to Y. Y means S of 4. Empty space is S of 5. It is not printed. Why? Because 6 minus 1, how much? 6 minus 1, 5. So that's why, sorry, it is printing the space also. Space comes under S of 5. But S of 6 means N. N is not printed. So this how the slicing can be done. For example, here I'm writing S and we are moving from 0 to 6. So we are giving the starting index is 0 and the last index is 6. Means we are moving from beginning to end. And if you give the step value in reverse minus 1, this is not meaningful. So in this case, it is going to give the empty string. Means when you move from start index to end index, you have to mention the step value in positive. Here I have mentioned the step value in the negative, so that's why it is giving only the empty string. Now if I write S of 6 to 0 and if I write the step value minus 1, in this case we are going to get the results. Just I'm going to copy the same string here. I have typed. Now in this case you see here 6, S of 6 to 0. Here the start index is 6. What is S of 6? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. S of 6 is N. We are starting from N and we are moving in this direction, N. S of 6 is N. Next, S of 5 is space. S of 4 is Y. Okay. S of 3 is P. S of 2 is P. S of 1 is how much? A. It's not printing H. Why? Because the end index is 0. Means it is not going up to H. It is going for only A. Why? Because when you move from right to left, so 0 minus 1, don't say 0 minus 1. In this case, while you are moving from last index to first index, we are not reaching up to 0. So you have to move less than 0. Less than 0 means when you traverse from right to left, move up to the index 1 only. 0 is the character at 0 index is not printed here. H is not printed. Why? Why? Because end index here is 0. This how the result will be printed. Right? So this is about using third parameter as a step value. You can use positive third parameter or the negative third parameter. So this is about the string slicing. In the next class, we will see string formatting. With this, I'm going to close the session. Thank you very much for watching.